Hey, it's Justin Goff.
Stefan Georgi.
So we're here at T&C, and we held a private mastermind here yesterday that there was what, like 50, 55 people at?
Yeah.
Pretty like high level people, and I promised to my email list that I was gonna have one of my buddies take notes. It takes super in-depth notes actually, so that anybody who couldn't make it to the mastermind could kind of see what went on and kind of all the value that was shared. So on this page, if you actually click down below, you'll see a copy of the notes, just kind of in PDF form, and you'll see everything from, so Stefan kicked it off with a great like 45-minute talk about Facebook compliance and offers that he's making work on Facebook right now. I talked about a lot of stuff with upsells and how to boost your AOV. Who else did we have?
We had Emily Lark talking about Facebook compliance and her steps for making Facebook fall back in love with you, which was a great talk.
Amazing.
It was really good. Ryan Saplin talked about his email marketing secrets and how he manages a lot of data and a lot of lists, which was also great.
Yeah, and then Rudy Maurer shared some pretty interesting stuff between Instagram and Facebook that he's doing to generate really super cheap leads and buyers for tens of different niches. That was really interesting. And then Rafi was the last one. Rafi runs probably one of the biggest agencies in the world in terms of traffic, runs a lot of traffic for like the biggest health buyers and a lot of the biggest direct response companies out there. So all that stuff is in the notes down below. Before you check that out though, Stefan and I want to tell you about a new program that we just launched. So we literally launched it yesterday at T&C. It's called Copy and Funnel Accelerator. It's kind of a huge deal. We saw this massive hole in the marketplace where there's nowhere to really go. Like if you're a business owner and you have employees and you want to get them like trained up and like really good at copy, you can send them to boot camps, you can send them to programs, but there's nowhere to really get like ongoing feedback and kind of really like dig into your copy and get it better. And that's really what we're doing with Copy and Funnel Accelerator.
Yeah, the way I look at it is if you're a copywriter on your own, or you're a copywriter with a large business that's going well 7, 8, 9 figures, you're already good, or and you understand the fundamentals of it. To be able to sit there and work with Justin and I every single week, where we are just mentoring you on copy week after week after week, and showing you exactly what tweaks we would make, what changes we would make, giving you feedback, helping you to figure out the direction that you want to go with an offer, whether it's the long form sales letter, ad copy, upsells, things like that. That's basically what you get with Copy and Funnel Accelerator. You get Justin and I mentoring you every single week for an entire year, or if you're a business owner, mentoring your copywriters. But it's just an incredible value that we've created. The way it works is these weekly Zoom calls where we teach copy, we teach our secrets, we teach a very structured process, which is something I've developed and people have paid me a lot of money for.
A lot of money.
Yeah. And that's actually one thing that you'll see in my presentation when you review the videos and the notes as well. And so I want to go through that and teach you this very systematized way to write copy, and it works great for front-end, long-form sales copy. It also works for ad copy. I've got this really weird matrix thing that is very great at generating headlines and subject lines. And then Justin obviously is one of the best in the world at copy all around, but especially funnel optimization, upsells, increasing AOVs, increasing conversions, increasing LTVs. And so he's going to teach those processes during the first half of those weekly Zoom calls as well. And then in the second half, we're gonna have people who can bring their copy, bring what they're working on, and get live feedback from us. And so that's available for the platinum level, and I'll explain the difference on the levels in a minute. But for that level, anything you're working on, bring it to us, we'll review it and help you to go in the right direction.
Yep.
And on top of that, we have a Facebook members group where people can bring what they're working on, get feedback from Justin and I, as well as the rest of the group. We're gonna build a really strong community with this. 2 live events per year, which are included in membership, and where it's one-on-one training, it's also group training. We're teaching what's working, we're giving feedback, we're presenting, and we're bringing in outside people as well, so compliance experts. A lot of the guys who were at this mastermind, essentially, I envision it, and I'm sure you do too, right, of those guys coming in and talking to the group about what's working with traffic, what's working with compliance, and all of those sorts of things, which are super valuable for yourself or for the organization you're with, or both.
One thing we realized from the mastermind yesterday is that like everything has shifted so much in 2019 compared to like where it was last year. And so like some of the biggest things are you can't write one VSL anymore and run it on Facebook and Google, and like everything has to be very specialized. So a lot of what we're going to be diving into in this program is literally like what's working now, because everything is changing so fast. I mean, stuff that's working now in Q1 of 2019 is different from what worked in Q4 of 2018. And kind of keeping, if you're a business owner, we'll be keeping your copywriters up to date on that type of stuff and helping them so that they can get stuff compliant, so it's working on Facebook, so it's working on Google Ad Network, stuff like that. Because that's really probably the biggest issue I think everybody's kind of facing right now.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely huge. It's a massive pain point. And again, I think you'll see that in Emily's presentation and the variants that she was doing and something that I'm doing as well. And it's really about what's working for native, Google, Facebook, and it's all different. And so I'm doing it actively with offers that I manage and run and launch, and Justin's actively working on it as well. So we have that insight there, and it's also something that I'm really dedicated for 2019 is just being more and more of an expert on compliance so that I can run things compliantly on Facebook and native, because it's like a money faucet, I always say. And it is. If you can run consistently on Facebook at scale, then it's just the money pours in, right? And so I think it's really important, and that's something we want to really emphasize in Copy and Funnel Accelerator too. So the 2 tiers, Platinum and Gold, the difference is the Platinum level gets the live feedback on the Zoom calls, so bring stuff you're working on, and we'll give you that feedback.
Yeah,
right there.
I want to break that down. So like if you're in the lower group, which is the Gold group, you can still ask questions and stuff like that. But the Platinum is really designed so that, let's say you're working on 3 new leads for a sales letter and you want to get feedback from Steph and I on all of them. We will actually dig into them and give you feedback and like, okay, we like this one, keep going with this one, ditch this one. That type of really hands-on feedback, or if you're having trouble coming up with like your big idea for your VSL, we will dive into all that and really help you work on that. So that's kind of the upper level program, which is the Platinum level. That one is limited to 20 people because we obviously only have so much bandwidth to give personal feedback. So we want to make sure everyone's getting the feedback they need. So we limited that to 20 people. A number of those spots have already been taken. A couple of people already from Natural Health Sherpa, which is Mark Stockton, Jeff Radich, Tyler Bramlett has claimed one of the spots. Agora Financial is putting people in our program as well. So a lot of the spots are already being taken. And then the lower level is the Gold level, which basically you're going to be on the calls with us each week. You can get asked questions and stuff in the Facebook group. You can come to the 2 live events. And am I missing anything?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, and I mean, and then you have access to everything we do too. So like, you get to see everything. The only thing you don't get in the lower levels, you don't get the like personal one-on-one feedback with us, like digging into your VSLs or your emails or whatever it is you're working on. So that's kind of the 2 offers we have right now with this program. If you are interested in joining, we are starting on March 17th.
I think it's gonna be the 19th.
19th? Okay,
yeah.
It's a Tuesday. So everything that we kind of talked about, the prices that are actually going on right now are good until then. And they actually are going up after that. It's not like some bullshit scarcity either. They actually are going up because we realized
it's just too cheap.
Yeah, we basically realized it was way too cheap.
Yeah.
So anyways, in terms of the price, the higher end, the Platinum level is $28,000 for the year. That's for one person. If you're a business and you want to put multiple people into it, you can contact us because we are offering some deals in terms of putting, if you want to put multiple people in the program, which numerous people actually are already. And you can also pay monthly on that, so make it a little more feasible for you. And then the Gold level is, what was it, $12,500?
Yep.
So the Gold level is $12,500 for the year. And you get, like I said, you get everything. You get the mastermind, the 2 meetups a year. You get everything on the live training calls, the Facebook group. And that group is kind of unlimited because we, like I said, we can kind of scale that up apart and we don't have to give as much personal feedback.
Right.
And yeah, but that, like we said, that price is good till the first meeting starts, which is March 19th?
19th, yeah.
Tuesday, March 19th. Anyways.
Just to jump into, like with the Gold one, it's like $1,100 a month if you're doing it monthly, which is why we need to raise the prices. It's super cheap. I can imagine being like a fly on the wall where Justin and I are just talking about copy for a couple hours every single week, but then we're also dissecting funnels, training on copy, teaching on copy, all of those things. So it's all still included in the Gold group. So for $1,100 a month, if you hired, I'm not going to get too crazy on this, but like it's true, if you hired like a really A+ new person to your team, right, you probably pay like $100,000 for their salary, so it's like $8,333 per month. Or if you're a copywriter, I'm sure you've invested $25,000 in a mastermind before or more. And so for $1,100 a month for the gold one versus $8,333 a month, right? It's not like if you're a business, you have to hire new people, train new people, invest all the time and resources. We do that in Copy and Funnel Accelerator. And if you're an individual, for freaking half of a normal mastermind, you're getting constant involvement and being immersed in the world of copywriting and seeing actionable stuff that you can take and implement right now. So the gold one is still a tremendous value, and I say that because A, I want people in it, but B, the platinum one is going to fill up pretty fast, and not everyone. Platinum's not right for everybody too. Some people are going to want to just be immersed in what's going on and may not have stuff as often. So they're both amazing values, and you can't go wrong with either one.
I agree. So if you're interested in either program, you can feel free to email one of us directly, or there will probably be a button on this page where you can just click it and get more info from us, and we'll kind of hook you up with kind of a whole itinerary of what's going on if you want more info. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's it.
Cool. So down on this page that you can contact us, and then also all the notes from the mastermind that we put on. It's all in PDF form. Just open it up and you'll see everything that went on.
Cool. Thank you.